Hello, hello. Today we're going to be talking about Rock Love Season 2. Definitely love this. You guys haven't yet, check out Rock Love Season 1. Us talking about it, going over it, because it is fun. As a heads up, of course, there are spoilers ahead, so if you have not watched this yet, you may want to stop, watch the show, and then come back to this video. But without further ado, let's get to talking. VH1, the early 2000s nostalgia is high for me. I absolutely love these shows. They are a guilty pleasure. They are outrageous, insane, and wild. If you guys don't know, they are some of the most ridiculous reality shows, but in the best way. These were on VH1, and this one was in 2008. I still can't believe it's been that long. It really doesn't feel like it's been that long. There was 14 episodes this season, as well as there was 20 contestants. And this season was a bit messy in comparison to the first season. It definitely was a bit messy. A lot of people took and sent themselves home or asked to go home, so that was kind of different for this season, so it was definitely interesting. Of course, I absolutely love the reunion episodes. I always found those to be so much fun. I like seeing them all come back, answer some questions. And just as a heads up, I said it in the first video, but I'm going to say it again. Lacey from season 1 has a podcast called Talk of Love. Definitely check that out. She interviews all the different people that have been in all the different of Love series, and they talk about things, and you really get to know the actual person, see what they're up to, hear their side of different things, and really catch up with them. So it's great. Highly recommend checking it out. It's Talk of Love. It's here on YouTube. Check it out. So let's get into it. As said, it was quite a messy season. It starts with 20 contestants. 6 are off first episode. Then 3, then 1, 2, and then 1 by 1. But Aubrey left the house, and she left to save Christy Joe. And then 2 episodes later, or an episode later, Christy Joe left herself. So that was always interesting. The top 3 contestants were Destiny, Amber, and Daisy. And then, by the way, Amber won. But there was definitely some different things they did. They did some really weird competitive things for this one. Roller derby, building a motorcycle. They did do the mud bowl again. They do that every season. Make a music video. They did like stripping and stuff like that. And this is where they start bringing in the exes. The first season they brought in the parents, and in this season they did bring in the exes, which I found to be really interesting because of course that's always interesting as well. But for a turn of events, he did actually invite Heather back from season 1, and she questioned the girls and, mainly especially Daisy a lot, but there was quite the fight involved in that as well. Lots of arguing, lots of fighting in this one, but yeah, just definitely a fight ensued from that. Also, what interested me, and this is on a side note from this season, is how close Aubrey and Christy Joe were. They were like super duper like bestie friends. There was stuff on it later where they questioned if Aubrey had more feelings for Christy Joe than more than just friendship, because at least that's how it came off. But that's on a complete side note, but that was also a dynamic that was in there, and that was really strong in the show, where they made fast friends, really close friends. They had a little tiff, but I don't know if they're good now. I have to look. I'm going to watch the Talk of Love and rewatch her Christy Joe one and see how they are now. But yeah, she let herself go to save Christy Joe, and then like an episode later, Christy Joe left on her own will, and she was like, it's not for me no more. So needless to say, it was quite a immensely messy season. Very interesting, really weird things, especially like the helping building of a motorcycle thing, and like that was so weird. It was definitely interesting. It was pretty wild. Lots of arguments. I was like surprised when watching it that of all people he brought back Heather, but if you guys watched the reunion show, Jess was like, oh, you should have picked Heather. So he did include her a lot when it came to different things with the shows. But yeah, this time, instead of 25 contestants, we started off with 20, so not as much. And the 2000s nostalgia, I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of partying, definitely a lot of alcohols going around, a lot of arguing. There's, lots of fights, lots of, different things there. On a side note, one of my favorite people in here, I love Destiny. She was one of my favorites. She was also in a music video for Escape the Fate, which if you were around in the early 2000s growing up, very popular band, and I love that, and I recognized her from that, so she was really awesome. That was just a side note. She was the third person, so she did make it to top 3. Then, as I said before, Amber did win. It was down to Amber and Daisy. But then Daisy ended up getting her own spin-off show, Daisy Love, which we are going to talk about in a later video, probably after I make Rock Love Bus. As a heads up, I am going to be talking about Rock Love Bus. That is my favorite season, so I'll probably go longer into that episode than I will these two, because that is my favorite season. Just outrageous and just great in the best kind of way. But definitely check out Rock of Love 2. It was great. They do have it on, I believe, Pluto. And they do have some of them on Tubi, but I don't know which ones for sure they have on Tubi. I know they got a mix of different, like, of the Of Love series. I just don't remember if they have Rock of Love on there. But I know Pluto has Rock of Love, and they're both free, by the way. But definitely check them out. And I'm going to be back on soon with Rock of Love Bus. And thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.